Hello, Mr. Termignon.
Hello.
You are the director of the International Rice Commission, which is an entity of the Food and Agriculture Organization of the United Nations. You are not without knowing that in recent times, grain prices has increased on the global market, which leads me to ask the following question. How do you explain this increase in rice?
Firstly, thank you for having me on the show. Concerning the increase in prices of raw material on the world market, especially rice, I will answer in 2 points. The first is simple. Our society has a real passion for rice. And it's true that the Asian continent and the United States are major consumers of rice. But the European phenomenon is interesting. Indeed, the creation of many sushi bars and an interest in Japanese culture generates an increase of rice consumption significantly. We can say with some certainly for sure that it doubled or tripled in 15 years or 20 years. Moreover, climate settings did not help farmers, as recent droughts and tropical storms have reduced yields of nearly 40%. So demand and poor production mixed with a hint of speculation causes prices increase. The second point concerns the production of rice. We worked with companies and farmers around the world on how to make rice production more productive and environmentally friendly. I explain. We are now facing a major problem. You are aware that the world population is increased day by day, and we need to find ways to adjust the production of rice. Several projects are already being tested in Asia, and we have good hopes to solve this problem.
Can you tell us more about this project?
We have implemented an increase in arable land and a more economical management of water resource in order to irrigate plots. Then we set up a project to obtain GMOs plants for greater efficiency. GMOs will reduce the amount of insecticide on crops and thus allow an ecological culture.
You do well to talk about this. A recent study published in The Economist shows the environmental impact of deforestation and GM crops. What is your view?
My point of view is very simple. The global population needs food, and it's my duty to ensure to meet this demand.
Can you give us numbers?
It's impossible to give you the real numbers of burn hectares because they are the numbers of all countries. We should be aid, but some numbers could be given. For example, 40,000 hectares has been destroyed in Borneo last year, and some hundreds of thousands hectares in China.
Okay, about GMOs.
In fact, this sort of grain are genetically modified to resist at some weeding project, disease, and insect attack. This modification is great to farmers. The ecologist thinks GMOs will be responsible in the future for a change in the nature and plants. What I answer to that is this is not yet proven, and it remains for the moment the best solution.
We could talk about this for hours, so it's subject to control, sorry. But unfortunately, we didn't have time. I wanted to conclude with this interview on a point that is more and more in magazine. It's true that rice is so good for our health?
Yes, it's really true. Since approximately 15 years, dietitians recommend an increase of rice consumption. The doctors wrote articles on the benefit of rice, providing 20% of energy needs in the human's world. Rice permits billions of people to live because it stays an amazing source of energy for our body. The rice belongs to the family of starchy foods, which brings vegetable protein and contain complex that carbohydrates. The latter are progressively released in the body and supply the energy according to needs. To consume some rice each day will allow to fill the lack of carbohydrates in our food. Rice consumption is recommended for people with celiac disease, to which is an autoimmune disorder. Some people are intolerant to gluten, a protein found in many grains. Its absorption can lead to significant intestinal hazard, such as intestinal malabsorption leading to nutritional deficiencies. Rice does not contain gluten, such people can eat in peace. To finish, I want to say that rice would reduce the risk of cardiovascular disease, diabetes, obesity, or even some form of cancers, in cause of its fiber, antioxidants, vitamins, and mineral properties.
You know a few things, Mr. Termignon, which we can no longer speak due to time. To you who are at home know that Mr. Termignon published an article on everything you always wanted to know about
rice.
About rice, yes. Mr. Termignon, thank you for this
Thank
interview,
you.
and I hope to see you soon for an explanation of your article.
Of course.
Bye.
See you.